Okay, let's try to get through a quick lesson then. You guys can have time to work or check out your Fortnite or whatever you need to do.
Yeah, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only no problem.
Shouldn't take us very long, about 15 minutes. Okay. I hope you guys have an excellent weekend, whatever you're doing.
What are you doing, Mr. Gens?
Tonight, my daughter is coming home, so she, a friend is gonna bring her home. She has a car as well, so put a little supper for
I'm
them.
making pasta.
I have to drive some kids out to the retreat. My wife is holding a retreat for some kids at the church out at a camp. I need to drive some kids out there, and then since I play the guitar, I need to play guitar for them tonight. I'm gonna come home tomorrow night. Tenley, my youngest, is headed to the state cross country meet because the Owatonna girls made the state cross country meet, so I got to drop her off at 6:30 for the bus in the morning to make that.
Oh my goodness.
Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to mulch some leaves, have a fire, walk the dog, fix the snowblower, watch a Gopher game tomorrow, have a steak dinner tomorrow night, or chicken or something. Something real good.
Get some grilled chicken.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, I'm gonna watch a Vikings game. I'm gonna take it easy and relax and try to. What time do they play?
Yeah.
Play noon. They play against Atlanta. So.
It is supposed to be warm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be warm.
50s, 60s?
I don't know about 60s, but
Whatever works.
okay.
We just did our leaves last night. We'll have to do it again tomorrow.
Yep. Gotta mulch them up. Yeah, it's that time of year. Got to get out and take care of that yard business. Before you know it, we're gonna have some snow. And that isn't that what we hope for right now?
No.
Is not necessarily snow right now, but don't we hope to have a white Christmas? So we've got November, but we would like December to have some snow. That kind of adds to the season, doesn't it? Do you have some Christmas shopping you need to do?
Yeah.
How many people do you buy for Christmas?
Too many, yeah.
Do you have your own Christmas list made? I need to make my Christmas list this weekend. I don't know if anybody's gonna buy it for me. Nolan, will you be buying for me for Christmas?
I wish my dad would make a Christmas list because I'd so buy stuff for him. My mom doesn't. No, my parents just say, all I want for Christmas is you to be happy.
Well, that's too hard.
Okay. Today we want to simplify rational expressions. Understand that this test used to be radicals and rational expressions. I divided up into two tests. So you just had the one. If you didn't like how you did on the test, come see me. You could retest. But the second part of Unit 4 is to deal with rational expressions, meaning fractions. And in order to reduce rational expressions, we must express them as factors. Hand is raised in the air.
Is our test in the grade book?
I believe so. So, what are 54 and 24 both divisible by? They are both divisible by 6. So you can factor a 6 out. Okay? 6 times 9 and 6 times 4. Okay? And then how many x's do they share in common? They share one x. So you can see that the top and the bottom are both divisible by 6x. So I just show it by having it factored out once. What is 6x divided by 6x? 1. And 1 times anything is itself, so we just get 9x over 4. The key is to write things as multiplication. And then because you take something divided by itself, you get 1, you can see how those things cancel.
Why didn't you put an x with the 4?
Because how many x's are in the denominator?
Got it.
Okay. Look at the next one. You can have binomials or algebraic expressions also as factors. X minus 3 is a factor, so that divides to 1. And I get 8x squared over 4. Is that simplified?
No.
What is 8 divided by 4?
2.
So you get 2x squared. Notice how for letter C, that is not in factored form. Here's what people do on the test, and here's where I can give you absolutely no points. Watch my magic, okay? Let's see, 20 divided by 40, that's a half. 5 divided by 10 is a half, minus is equal to 0, and one of the x's cancel, we got 1 left over, we get x out of the deal. Okay?
That's easier.
People do that, and you can do that, but it makes no sense. There's no logic applied to it. It's probably one of the most beautiful things about math is logic. I like people who are logical. They have reasoning behind what they say and do. So in order to get these to cancel, I must write them in factored form. What can you factor out of the top?
5.
So I take out a 5. What are you left with?
X minus 4.
And then in the bottom, I can factor out a 10. X. And I'm left with? Now that it's written in factored form, again, factored form means it's written as multiplication. I can then reduce these. And I get 5 over 10x. Is that simplified?
Yes.
5 and 10 are both divisible by?
5.
5, so I get 1 over 2x. The next one is not factored either. How do we factor 9 minus x squared? 3 minus x and 3 plus x. Very good. The bottom, how do you factor x squared minus 5x plus 6? Good. X minus 2 times x minus 3.
Good job.
Okay, so factoring is going to be an important step in this unit. We build on it in chapter 3. Got to be able to factor moving forward. Is there anything that's the same?
X minus 3. No.
X minus 3 and 3 minus x, those are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so close to being the same. They're just a little bit different. So Sydney would like to make them the same. So we're going to do what Sydney wants to do because it's Sydney Day. And in order to make them the same, I look at this and I see that the 3 is positive, but here the 3 is negative. Here the x is negative, but here the x is positive. Anybody guess what I could factor out to make them the same? If I factor out a negative 1, notice how this negative x changes to positive x, and this positive 3 changes to negative 3. And then you have 3 plus x. In the denominator, you have x minus 2, and you have x minus 3. Notice now that the x minus 3 is reduced to 1, and so you're left with negative 3 plus x over x minus 2. Not too bad?
Not too
Okay, we're just going to very slowly build off of that. The next step after we simplify, we want to be able to multiply rational expressions. And for multiplying, you don't cross multiply, but you can do what we call cross cancel. For example, you can see that 3 divided by 9 becomes 1 over 3. And 4x over 2x reduces to 2 over 1. So the 3 over 9 reduces to 1/3. The 4x over 2x reduces to 2 over 1. You multiply those and you get 2/3. That's what that reduces to. If you don't like that, some people don't like that process, that's fine. What you could do instead is you could multiply it. 3 times 4x is 12x, and 2x times 9 is 18x. And you could simplify from there. Does everybody see that this does result in 2/3 as well? That x's reduce and both are divisible by 6. So either way, that's fine. Okay, what's going to cross cancel for letter B?
X plus 2.
X plus 2 is reduced. Very good. And I have 4x minus 1 then over, or 4 times the quantity, x minus 1 over 12. Is that simplified?
Yes.
4 and 12 are both divisible by?
3.
Or 4.
4. So I get x minus 1 over 3. Letter C is not written in factored form. We first must factor it before we cancel stuff off. Does x plus 5 factor? No. Does 3x plus 1 factor? No. Does 9x plus 3 factor? Yeah, what can you take out? Take out a 3, you left a 3x plus 1. And then x squared minus 25 factors to?
X plus 5, x minus 5.
Good. X plus 5 and x minus 5. What reduces?
Can take out the 3x plus 1.
3x plus 1s are gone.
Plus 5.
X plus 5s are gone. And you get 3 over x minus 5. A lot of people like this unit because they like to cancel stuff off. I thought that Miss Carly would find this unit very exciting. Seems like it's right up your alley.
Why?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like to factor. You like math. You seem like a person who likes to cross things off, get things done.
I do.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, I was thinking of you when this unit came up. You try letter D on your own. Try letter D on your own. Show me your smarts. You guys are geniuses. Looks like Spencer is going to have to find a new seat when he comes back.
This is just for today.
What do you think the chances are that our students that are gone watch the video?
0. Yeah.
How about we put-
Actually like 12%.
How about we put a prize into the video?
Yeah,
You
we
should.
actually
Okay,
should.
but you guys cannot give away the secret then. Do you
I will.
promise? Everybody pinky swear?
Pinky swear.
Okay, thank you. The key word is avocado. So if anybody watching this video says to me the word avocado or emails me the word avocado, you can have a free little Debbie snack on me. Okay?
That's funny.
So every once in a while I embed that into a video, just see if people are watching it.
Wait, are you recording right now?
Yeah, you
Yeah, we're recording, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Carly and back, everybody. All right, the top factor is x plus 3 times x minus 1. And the bottom factor is x minus 2 times x plus 1. Did you have that set up?
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you can get that. The next piece, notice how I have the x plus 3 in the bottom. And then I have the 2 minus x. Does anybody see what I want to do with that 2 minus x? Factor out a negative, and then the negative x becomes positive x, and the 2 becomes negative 2. So notice my negative out front, that helped make it so it's an x minus 2. Now we can see that the x plus 3's reduce, the x minus 2's reduce, and I get a negative x minus 1 over x plus 1.
I got it right. You said this gets easy.
No way, I did it right.
Flip it over to the other side. Ooh, dividing sounds challenging, doesn't it? Flip them. So we don't flip the first one, we multiply by the reciprocal. So we flip the second one, 12 over 6x squared. Instead of cross canceling, I'll just multiply across and simplify from there because I know some people like to do that instead. If I multiply straight across, what do you get in the top?
24.
24x. In the bottom, we get 18x squared. Great. So 24 over 18, both are divisible by 6. So I get 4 over 3. And then I have x over x squared. How many x's will remain? One of them will be in the top or bottom? Bottom. So 4 over 3x. That's another way of doing it instead of like cross canceling. Okay. The next one's factored for me, which is really nice. But before I start to cancel things off, I should write it in the appropriate form, meaning multiply by that reciprocal. And as I multiply by that reciprocal, I can now see that what will reduce to 1? X minus 2 over x minus 2 reduces to 1, and
X plus 1.
x plus 1 over x plus 1, so I'm left with x times x plus 2.
You have to put that over 1 or not?
You do not. If it's in the denominator, you have to put 1 in top, but if it's in the numerator, then no. Try letter C on your own. You get some confidence here.
That's something I don't like.
Yeah.
Is that a? Yeah. I don't think about.
I feel like it's. She just talked about. I want to do it, but like I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go like.
It was some experience. She like.
I don't know.
I don't know how to do it.
If I miss it, hypothetically, I'm gonna like.
Didn't get an assignment.
I really feel like it is.
The paper wasn't due, it's just for you.
I guess we'll find out.
Times.
But in my class, it's the first semester,
Times, how's that factor?
everyone, or a few different groups had to like fill out these things with sugar and stuff. For them out. But I didn't have to do it because I didn't pick it first, so I just have to sit there.
Stop.
Like,
Yeah.
Wish I had.
She says she doesn't know how to do it, but she knows how to do it.
Nobody don't have having it for 7 months later. Yeah, but after this, I got a letter about. Yeah. In that,
We do that last year.
bro, I have no absences, but I have to.
I've got x minus 1 times x minus 3. Everybody on the same page there? Good job. Let's try the last one together then. Okay? Last example for the day. You guys can have about 20 minutes to work then. How does the top factor?
X plus 3x plus 1.
Okay? Got to know how to factor for this unit. Okay? So this builds off of our factoring from unit 3. What do I have in the bottom?
X minus 2, x plus 4.
X plus 4 and x minus 2 times, I got to flip them, so the 3x plus 3 is going to go to the bottom. How should I factor 3x plus 3?
Take out the 3.
Yep. Excellent. Factor out that 3. I remain with x plus 1. And then should I write it as 2 minus x, or should I factor something out?
Factor negative 1.
Factor negative 1 out, and you are left with positive x minus 2. So there we have it. What is it that we reduce?
X plus 3s.
X plus 1s, x minus 2s. And now just be careful that you don't forget about these things that remain. I have a negative attached to the x plus 3, and then I have a 3 that multiplies the x plus 4 in the denominator. So don't forget about those pieces that you have there. Sometimes it gets lost in your handwriting. Okay. And that's it. If you would look at your homework, I just want you to do the front side of this worksheet. The back side is something we're going to practice on Monday. Please just focus on the front side of this worksheet. The back side is for Monday. So you just have those 12 problems. The answer key is already posted on the board. Good job today.